All right, so next up we have Team Bubba and Team Lawler. Chris Howard at the table. One of these days I'm going to find out what Bubba's name is. He's always just Bubba. And this is probably like the 7th or 8th tournament that I've been in that Bubba, or I've been covering that Bubba has been involved. And I just know him as Bubba. So Bubba to the table. I believe this is our hot seat match. I'm just going to confirm that for us. So Chris Howard takes the early lead, 1-0 on a race to 7. Next up, we'll have Jeremy Matthias Team Bubba. And John Lawler for Team Lawler. All right, so if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. We're in Dundalk, Maryland today, covering the TTMD Billiards Streaming Anniversary 3-person team event. TTMD Billiards Streaming has been active for about 1 year now, a little over 1 year. January 28th was 1 year. So every year we'll put on an anniversary event. John Lawler to break. So if you're home today and you'd like to get involved with some tournament play, we're going to be doing some minis today here at the new green room. Stop on down, get involved with some cash brackets. Give yourself a chance to win. Get involved in some of the festivities. Come on in and check out Charlie's Pro Shop. Charlie's always available here. Someone's always on site to take care of your cue needs. Whether you need a new tip, have your shaft clean, have the weight maybe adjusted in your cue. If you have a weight bolt, sometimes they can adjust the weight for you. So yeah, come on out, check us out. Get involved in minis. Come on, check out the Pro Shop. Say hi. Come on over to the booth. Come on over and say hi. I'll send you home with a patch. TTMD Billiard Streaming patch. Put that on your case. All right, so I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsored players out there in Winchester, Virginia. They're out there at Winchester action. We have 3 players out there today. We have JR, Derek Crothers, J.R. Hepner, and Chris Funk. They were out there for day 2. Of their 9-ball event. That was a special 9-ball event. They have a best of event for 9-ball, 10-ball, and I believe 8-ball, which is a little bit more of an expensive buy-in. I think it was $100 a person for buy-in. And we have 3 players out there still alive, I believe. And I think Derek Crothers is in the hot seat match now. So congratulations to those guys out there grinding out today. And if you're interested in our player development program, you're wondering what that is, you can always check it out on our website. We have a link there for the player development program. Jeremy Matthias to the table. So Jeremy able to keep that cue ball up on the table there. Flirt with the side pocket. Now, I've had the pleasure to meet Jeremy at a couple events down in the DCAPA area. Doing a couple events covering some of the DCAPA. So it looks like he's called the 8-ball here in the corner pocket. We have to keep a real close eye. Looked like a good hit to me. Ties it up 1 game apiece. 1-1 on a race to 5. Next up, we'll have Randy Fox for Team Lawler. All right, so next up we have Randy Fox and Tasha Wills. Tasha, another player I've met from the DC APA area. Thank you for stopping out and shooting in our event today. Tasha to break. So again, if you're just joining us, we got some pretty hefty prize money up for grabs today. First place payout is $1,200. Second place payout is $600. Third place payout is $400. Fourth place payout is $240. Fifth, sixth is $150 each. Now the Calcutta today, $3,800 for Calcutta, first place. $2,570 for second place Calcutta. $1,500 for third place Calcutta. And $1,000 for fourth place Calcutta. Some pretty good cash out here available today. I forgot to mention that 7th, 8th place we're also paying out in the prize money. Not the Calcutta. We're paying $100 each. So some pretty good cash out here at the TTMD Billiards Streaming Anniversary event. Tasha plays that 11 ball in the corner pocket. Don't think the 13 ball is going to pass by the 8 in either corner. Tasha's going to take a look at that 9 ball. She's looking at playing that 9 ball in that bottom right-hand corner pocket. Probably hit a little bit of draw, try to set up for the 10. Things start to get a little bit more complicated from here. You might be able to play this 10 ball with a little bit of high left follow and come off, take that short cue ball off of that short rail, taking it between the 8 ball and the 5, and let the cue ball release and come down where the 3 ball is. So you can play the 14 in the bottom left-hand corner, but again, touchy shot. So I believe that was a pocket safe. Randy just thinking about this one extra time. Setting up for that 6. The bottom side pocket. So just play this 2 ball, a little bit of follow. Just trying to create a little separation between the cue ball and the 4. Probably would have rather had a little bit more space between the cue ball and the 4. Timeout called. So they're really taking a look at this 4 ball to see if it passes by the 14 to the side. I don't think that's going to go. I think you're going to have to go all the way down in the corner with it. A little better angle at it. See what the player's looking at. So while they're talking about it, I'd like to say thank you to my sponsors, Lambros Cues. You can check them out at lambroscues.com. I'm a player rep for Lambros Cues, so if you ever see me out and about competing and I have a break and you'd like to hit a couple balls in my pool cue, you're more than welcome. Ask me any questions you like about Lambros Cues. I'll be happy to answer. And if there's something I can't answer, I can get you in touch with the man himself, Mr. Mike Lambros or Vincent Tolson. So go ahead and check them out at lambroscues.com, or you can check them out on Facebook. Lambros Cues. Do a search. I manage both their Facebook page and their website. So if you happen to submit a question on either location, I'm probably going to be the one that's getting in touch with Mike for you. Nice delicate shot there by Randy. Played safe. Thought he was playing to set up for the bank with the 3-ball cross side. So I'm not sure what happened there. Tasha's problem is going to be the 14 ball. That's sitting down there by the 3. Looking at the 15 ball now. Wouldn't be a bad shot to maybe play the 14 ball all the way down the rail in that bottom right-hand corner. If you could, because the 3 ball doesn't go by the 14 ball. So if you can get that. Excuse me, I think that's the, I'm getting the balls confused. Anyway, that's the shot. You want to get that ball out of there because the 3 ball doesn't go by the 14 ball in that bottom left-hand corner pocket. Asking someone to watch the hit. I believe he's got plenty of room to make this ball. Good hit, good shot. So Team Lawler, 2-1 over Team Bubba on a race to 7. All right, so next up we'll have Bubba and Chris Howard. Team Lawler leading 2-1 in a race to 7. If you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. We're here today at the new Green Room Billiards in Dundalk, Maryland. Chris Howard to the table. If you're sitting at home today and you'd like to get involved in some of the action, we're running some minis today, singles minis, cash boards. Come on out here to the new Green Room Billiards and check us out. Get you signed up. Chris pockets that one ball in the corner. So Chris is lining up that 7 ball for the corner pocket. Oh, you're very welcome, Miss Chris. Thank you for having me out. So Chris trying to get that 3 ball all the way down the rail to that corner pocket. Caught the point. Going to leave Bubba an opportunity. So Bubba taking a look at his options here. Nice hit there by Bubba. Chris Howard to the table. Hi there, James. Actually, I'm capable of setting up 4 views. Just a matter of having time to set up all the cameras. So when we set up the TTMD 10 ball event, most likely we'll have between 4 and 5 cameras for that event. Really comes down to the amount of time that you have dedicated to set up the camera views and get everything worked out. So Chris Howard to the table. He's got that 3 ball. Kind of wants to get under this 5 where the 8 ball is. Yeah, well, I think he was expecting to drag that cue ball across the table a little bit. So Chris going to go with that 5 all the way down in that bottom right-hand corner pocket. Cue ball's going to come back across table where he's at now. Come back across. Oh, good try. Nice effort by Chris. Cue ball is just about perfect. If he just pocketed that 5 ball, he'd have been dancing. So Bubba's got a mind on tying everything up here. Take the 11 ball here first. You need to be careful not to get lazy when you play this 15 ball. Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. You kind of had to hit it firm enough to get above the 8, but you didn't want to bump the 8 ball. So now things have taken a bit of a turn. Bubba's going to have to come with a shot. I don't think you're just going to play lazy here and try to play safe. I think you're going to have to come for the bank. Is he looking at just cutting the 8 ball down the rail up onto the solid? Onto that 5? I think at this point you just might as well go for the bank. Maybe you bank it in the top left corner pocket, and if you miss, you send the cue ball down table with a wonky angle for the 5. So that's what they're talking about. Maybe cutting that 8-ball in the bottom left-hand corner pocket. But the key is the speed of the 8-ball. If you try to cut it in the bottom left-hand corner pocket, that cue ball is going to be cooking because you have to hit with enough pace to get the 8-ball to the corner. And in fact, it could go 1, 2, 3, almost 4 rails and land above the 5 if you're not careful, and you don't pocket the 8. So if the notion is that if you miss it, you want to leave safe, I think maybe you go for the bank here instead of the cut. Maybe hit this cue ball with draw, try to bank it into the... Sorry, I had somebody come to the booth. You try to bank this with a little bit of draw and the 8-ball into that top left-hand corner pocket. If you miss, you drag that cue ball down table to the right there and try to leave a tough angle for the 5. At least a more difficult bank. Regardless, you're a tough spot. All right, so he's going to bank it in the side. I don't know if I'd have went there. I'll probably try to bank it in that top left corner pocket, but if you make it, it's a moot point. Well, so safety play, trying to baby it. Did he get it? That was a very delicate shot, but I think he may have gotten it. Let's take a look. Yeah. Good shot there by Bubba. Going to force Chris to kick at this ball. So Chris just trying to spin that cue ball enough to get it behind the 5, just barely touch it and leave the cue ball lagged up on it, so that he would leave no shot at the 5. But in this case, it just sort of leaked out there, left Bubba an opportunity, tied up 2 games apiece. So 2-2 in a race to 7. Yes, sir, Mr. Shiflett. Tight match. Neither team wanting to make any mistakes. A lot of money on the line. Jeremy to break. John Lawler to the table. So John has been on quite the streak of being in the cash. John is a VIP TTMD Billiards streaming player. Anyone that's interested in going out and buying some of our gear, we consider a VIP. All the proceeds that we make from our online sales go into a player development program. Always trying to give back to the pool community. That might be one of the first unforced errors I've seen of John's, and at least, I don't know, 5 or 6 racks that I've seen him up there. He's been playing pretty solid. That pressure starts to build as you move through the day and get closer to the finals. Money weighing on your mind. You'll notice the players start to be a little bit more deliberate at this point in time. Nobody wants to make any foolish mistakes. Now, Jeremy might consider just splitting that 11 off and putting it over there in the corner pocket. Maybe knocking in that 7 ball. Hi, Dan. Chris Wilburn is actually running the tournament, and I have very little to say on what's going on the tables, primarily because I'm focused on doing the commentary for the matches. And then last week, kind of got caught up in the minutia of what was going on with the tournaments or the tournament. And for me, it kind of affected the ability to do the commentary as much as I would like. So I'm being a little hands-off today, and I'm not really getting caught up in some of the details of the event. But if you give me a moment, I will indeed pop over and find out what's going on with the fourth place match. So I think Jeremy wanted to be a little higher on the table, come up a little further above the 10. It's a delicate little shot. You don't want to come off the rail and foul by getting the cue ball back into your tip. Good shot. Well done. Oh, you're welcome, Dan. All right, I'll be right back. Nice shot there by Jeremy. Hi there, Melissa. Give me just a minute. I'll put the bracket in the chat for you. So it looks like Team Pollen came from behind to defeat Team Dillo. They'll be advancing. And right now we have, looks like Team Pollen and Team Drez playing on table 20. I'll try to get an update there. Right now, we got a pretty tight match going on between Team Bubba and Team Lawler. You're very welcome, Melissa. Thank you for following us today. If this is the first time that you've joined our stream, please go ahead and like our YouTube, Facebook page. If you get a chance, pop on over to our YouTube channel as well and follow us there. So Tasha going for that 6-ball cross corner. A little unlucky. 6-ball, excuse me, cue ball going across the table, scratching in the bottom right corner pocket. Randy Fox did the table. Eye up these high balls. See if he can solve the pattern. I think he's got the right idea here, getting this 10 taken care of. Maybe play it up in that bottom right-hand corner pocket. Set yourself up. He's going to go ahead and take. So he must figure he can play these two bottom balls here. The 15 and the 9, and then set up for the 4. Excuse me, set up for the set up for the 10 and play it in the opposite corner, the bottom right-hand corner. I don't know why I had 4 on my mind. Yeah, so try to take care of that. Just a wonky angle there too. So I think he wanted to have a angle to play the 9 and then the 10 in that bottom right-hand corner pocket. Now you might be able to play the 9 and then let the cue ball collide into that 10 from here. Nice shot there by Randy to peel that 10 off. Pocket in the corner. Looks like he's got an angle for the 9. He's looking at it. It's tight. I think he's got it. Let's see. He's going to try to go in that corner pocket and bring the cue ball up between the 3 and the 14 there. Oh, he bumped him.
Good shot.
Seven ball might hold the cue ball in place for the 14. Just keeps getting more difficult. He's got the bank. He's got the 1 ball to help too. Timeout call. So while they talk about it, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. We're out here at the new Green Room Billiards in Dundalk, Maryland. We're covering the TTMD Billiards Streaming Anniversary event. It's a 3-person event. Our anniversary is actually January 28th. And the new Green Room Billiards was kind enough to work with us. We had to move our event. We were able to get it scheduled out here across 2 weekends. And then we are extremely thankful for all the teams that stuck with us, came on out to compete across the disjointed weekend. So if you compound COVID and everything else that's been going on, we did a pretty good job, and I'm very thankful.
Ooh, ooh.
Well, Randy, he made the ball in the proper pocket, but boy, is he in trouble now. A lot of bad things can happen here, man, including a scratch. Nice effort. He hit that pretty darn good. I actually wasn't far for pocketing that ball. Hit that ball really good. So Tasha Wills to the table. Timeout called. right, so nice shot by Tasha. Go up 4-2 on a race to 7. Pretty tight match going on over here. So next at the table we have Chris Howard and Bubba. Bubba to break. Cue ball flies right in the side pocket. Pretty open pattern here. Only real potential problem I see is maybe the 11 ball if you're not careful. Hi there, Mr. Morgan. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pretty good 2 days across 2 weekends. Tournament's going well. Stream is going smooth. Can't complain. But thank you for joining us. So Chris Howard with a real sweet shot down the rail. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Calling that 8 in the corner pocket. Gotta be careful not to glance off of this 14 ball and then scratch. Excuse me, 13 ball. Yep. Nice shot. So Chris runs it out. Tightens up the match within 1 game. So Bubba leads 4-3. Try that again. Team Bubba over Team Lawler, 4-3. Next up, we have John Lawler and Jerry Matthias. John Lawler to break. Down by 1 game in a match, 3-4. Pretty good break. Looks like he pocketed 1 of each stripe and solid. We are playing choice after break. You do have to pocket a legal shot after the break to choose your stripe or solid. So I'm going to step away for just a minute. I need to take a break. It's been a long day at this point. We're coming up on 4 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm going to step away for just a second. Kelly Daniels going to keep score for you all. And she might even pop on to say hi to everybody. So I'll be right back. Again, this is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiard Streaming. We'll be right back. All right, so thank you to Kelly Daniel for holding down the ship. I'm back. Randy Fox to the table. Caught that one a little bit too thick. And this is going to be Tasha. So again, if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. I am a technology consultant. And thank you there, James. I'm a technology consultant. I provide IT services, range anywhere from web development to managing your servers for the small business to home computer repair. Just about anything related to IT I can handle for you. You can reach me on thinktechmd.com. And I got to step away real quick for just another second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Just had to step out and say hi to Mr. Charlie over there at Charlie's Pro Shop for just a moment. And he just confirmed he's going to be a sponsor for us for the entire year. And without sponsors like him, we could not bring these streams to you free of charge. So thank you to Charlie's Pro Shop. Thank you to the Military Family Relief Fund. Thank you to Lambros Cues. And thank you to Gina Cunningham. We'll be posting more information about our sponsors in the description just after the event. So timeout called. So Tasha getting some words of advice from Jeremy. Jeremy Matthias. So this is our hot seat match. Both teams been battling out. Still on the A side. Been going strong for 2 weekends in a row. 2 Sundays, rather. So after some deliberation, cuts that ball in beautifully. Now does the 7 go by any of those balls to find a hole? See if we can get a better look at it. Not much better of a look. So y'all probably noticed that things have slowed down a bit in these last couple of matches. And I'm quite certain it has to do with all the money on the line. First place, including the Calcutta cash, walking out of here with like $4,700. I believe I have to check that math. Yeah, so $3,500 for the Calcutta, another $1,200 for first place prize. Sitting real pretty, so that'll make anyone slow down a little bit, especially if you're not conditioned to be shooting for that kind of cash. So I see a couple new names here. So, Mandy Nicole. Mandy, if you're new to our stream, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and follow and share. You can also pop over to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our channel there. That's going to scratch. So ball in hand given. Randy Fox to the table. Now, if Randy can run this out, this is a whole new ball game. Randy has, in fact, been playing pretty solid. Very few unforced errors. So bumps that 8-ball away nicely, but the cueing's a little awkward. Definitely would like to have a little bit of separation. I think he's probably got to take that, I believe it's the 14 ball on that bottom side pocket. Maybe he likes the, I don't know, maybe he's going to go safe and just try to thin off of the ball he's cuddled up on now, and with a little bit of left-hand spin and put the cue ball back down the long rail. I don't think he's got enough space to do that. No, I think you probably, at this point, you got to play the shot. You got to play to make it in the side down here at the bottom side pocket. And maybe play to set up for the other ball on the other side. Yeah, he would have had to hit that a little bit more pace, get back down table. You didn't want to hit it any more delicate than that. So you had to hit it with authority to come back down table, and probably would have set up either to play that 13 this side and get down there for the 10. If you'd went down a little further, he could have played those played that 15 in that top left corner. But just a little out of line, so Tasha to the table. So she's calling that 8-ball in the bottom left-hand corner pocket. Seems to think she's got plenty of room. Maybe she didn't have enough room to make it cleanly. Maybe she was trying to play the 8 off the 10 into the corner. Maybe that 13 ball had her just enough. So Randy to the table. Cue ball down on the short rail. Kind of in an awkward spot for all of the options availed to him. Safety was on. Just enough of that cue. Got just enough of that object ball blocking the edge of that cue. I don't think he can get there cleanly, or she can get there cleanly between the 14 and the 15. Actually, I keep getting these balls confused. I think that's the 12 and the 15. Yeah, 12 and the 15. She's going between those balls. She's calling the bank. Oh, wow. Nice shot. Well, nice effort. Things just got real complicated for Randy. Now the problem ball is going to be the 10. He's got the 12 and the 15 down there, which he could potentially use to get position on the 10. Got to worry about the side pocket here. He's going to try to roll forward in front of the side pocket, or he's going to draw it back. Let's see. Oh, safety play was on, just bumping it to the rail, using those 3 stripes there as some blockers. Not a bad shot here because you force Tasha to kick at this. And if you hit on the wrong side of that 8 ball anywhere, you're going to scratch. So when I'm meaning the wrong side of the 8 ball, meaning anywhere on the bottom rail side of that 8 ball is going to scratch. So that turn of events was pretty smart there by Randy, because if she gives up ball in hand, then he can deal with that 10 ball, which is a problem, straight away. She goes for this kick, and if she doesn't hit like a darn good kick and hit it either dead in the face or on the upper side of that 8 ball, you're going to scratch. So if I think if you, man, you almost, if you're Tasha, you need to make sure you hit this bottom rail first. Plenty of, almost near the second diamond, almost on that bottom long rail, meaning the second diamond closest to the 8. You don't want to risk catching the bottom side of it, and I think if you go straight at it, up and back, you really run into some issues. So I think you want to try to catch that long rail. I'm just going 2 rails to the short rail to the long rail, then to the 8 for the contact. So Randy with a pretty significant chess move. I wouldn't want to have to be shooting this. Now, you can try to roll balls up on it and all kinds of stuff, but man, ball sitting so close to the pocket. Not a bad effort. That was probably the safest of the attempts. Didn't want to come down from that short rail to the long, down to the bottom side of the table again. So a lot of bad things could happen there. Ten ball might not be a problem now. It clears the 8. He's going to play the, I think this is the 15 ball. Corner pocket there, about the 8. Yeah. I knew that was a tight shot. I thought maybe the 12 ball would have been a better option there. It's going to be close, but she might be able to spin this off of that short rail and play the 8 in the corner pocket. Should have somebody go down there and take a look if that's going to happen. Keep an eye on the hit. All right, so while she's thinking about it, just like to say thank you to the Green Room Billiards for having me out today. The new Green Room Billiards. We had to move our event and reschedule it because of things going on with COVID, etc. And so they were kind enough to allow us to put our event on the schedule. And originally we had it slated for 32 teams. And then we were up closer to 40. And then with a lot of the events starting to come back to life with various leagues and playoffs, etc., that was pared down to just under 32. We had 30 teams. So I'm not disappointed. I'm very excited about our turnout, and I'm very thankful. Oh, that's a bad hit. Yeah. So nice effort. Early 8 ball. Sorry, I should have been on the other camera for y'all. But an early 8 ball for Tasha. So match is tightening up. 4 games to 5. Team Lawler in the hunt, down by 1 game. Chris Howard to break. All right, so next up we have Chris Howard and Bubba. Anybody out there know Bubba's name? Nice break there by Chris Howard. So the way we're playing today, you do have to pot a legal shot after the break to choose your stripes or solids. It is not make it, take it. We are playing cue ball foul only. We are not playing 3 foul today. Although the next event of this sort that we put on, I will probably implement the 3 foul. Primarily because these teams are skilled enough with their safety play and they're heady enough to just not take a foul and or not attempt to hit balls and stuff like that, and they're not worried about a 3 foul. So I think that the next time, to speed play up a little bit, we're going to implement the 3 foul. Bubba going to call that one in that top corner pocket. Another rule that might be a little different than most folks are used to. If you accidentally brush or bump a ball, the player that is shooting may not replace it, may not grab it. I know that a lot of times in the APA we get antsy and we just grab the ball and put it back if we accidentally rub it or bump it. In this tournament, that is a foul, and that is a ball and hand foul. If you bump a ball by accident as a shooter, you must stand back up, declare that you bumped the ball, and ask the other or the incoming player whether they want to replace it, or they will let you leave the ball where it lays. One caveat to that: if anybody does anything nefarious, meaning that someone accidentally bumps the ball and they're asked to whether to replace it, and they deliberately place it somewhere nowhere near the location of where the ball was bumped from, then we'll just put them out of the tournament. They'll never come back again. I don't mess around. But the idea is to start taking some of these lower level players, mid-level players, mixing them with higher skill level players in the 3-person format. Start introducing them to some more of the higher level or higher skill level tournament rules. I've been impressed the way Chris Howard's been playing of late. I feel like his game is elevated. I've noticed just a change in his approach. James, the thing about a rotation pool, like a Scotch doubles, or wrench, or Scotch triples, is that sometimes it's hard to get a rhythm, and some players start having confidence issues where they feel as though they're letting down their opponent because they're not getting in the exact position where they think their opponent wants them to put them. If you get what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to do is put players in situations where they're paired up with higher skill level players, not necessarily shooting in rotation where they feel compelled, where they have to get that higher skill level player exactly where they need to be, or else they've let them down, or vice versa. It goes both ways. So what I like about the 3-person format we have going on is you have one senior skill level player based on a 8-ball APA a rating system. So 6 or 7 or higher. 6 or 7. 1 6 or 7 skill level player. And the rest can be a combination, but less than 15-point skill level. And what that does is allows the senior skill level player to sort of mentor the other players between their matches without necessarily being up involved in the match. You know, it's just my way. I really believe this format works well. Bubba using every bit of the pocket there. He does have a little angle. I think it's going to work out nicely with just a little touch of draw. Set up to bring the 8-ball in that bottom left-hand corner pocket. So to go on the hill, 6 games to 4. Still a tight match. So I have a feeling you're going to see more of these 3-person events like this. I think a 5-person event's a little much, especially for 8-ball. So next up we have John Lawler. And Jeremy Matthias. Jeremy to break on the hill, 6 games to 4. So a nice break. No real trouble balls except for maybe the 9-ball up on the 8. It's still not a real problem. Yeah, this could be trouble for Team Lawler. So the 13-ball on the long rail has that 4-ball sort of shielding the front of it if you're talking about it going that bottom left-hand corner pocket. So he's going to draw all the way back and try to... Oh, that's going to be unfortunate. Wow. So I believe he was trying to draw all the way down there to sort of hit that window between the 14 and the 13. I believe that's the 13 there. And was trying to play that 13 ball in the back up in the top right corner pocket. And just got a little too much on it with that draw. So John Lawler to the table. John has been playing solid pull all weekend as well. Across the last 2 weekends, rather. John, if you pay attention to him on Facebook or in some of these forums with the tournaments in there, he's been pretty successful as of late. think his last win, I believe, was last night with Mike Zebak here at the new Green Room Billiards on a Friday night. Saturday night tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we hit the tab open at the bar. We do ask that you start making your way out the booth for shift change. At that time, you will have the auxiliary available to you. Bartender, again, if you have a tab open at the bar, please make your way up at this time to close it. We are in shift change.
All right, so while John thinks about that a little bit, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. We're out here at the new Green Room Billiards in Dundalk, Maryland today, covering our TTMD Billiards Streaming anniversary event. 1 year, January 28th, was our first stream. We've been going strong ever since. So while they're talking about that, also let me plug our 10-Ball Open Championship coming up in June 25th to 27th. We've got quite a player list. We've got pros, some of the top pros in the world going to be there. I'll go ahead and put the registered player list in there so folks can get an idea of the caliber of players we'll have. We'll be covering that event. So just put in the chat our TTMD 10-Ball Championship coming up June 25th and 27th at Front Royal, Virginia, out of On Cue Sports Bar and Grill. We're looking forward to that. A number of our TTMD sponsored players will be competing, and also some of our reps, as a thank you for them for sticking with me throughout the year. So again, just a great field. We have Joshua Filler, Jason Shaw, Dennis Ercolo, Alex Paguline, James Aranis, Mike DeShane, Jeffrey DeLuna, Sky Woodward, Rodney Morris, Johnny Archer, Jeremy Sosi, Tyler Steyer, B.J. Ussery, Jesse Engel, Brandon Schuff, Mike Davis, Demetrius Gelatis. You know, just to name a few. So, we got like 20 of the top players in the world going to be at this event. So I feel very, very thankful and very grateful for all the love and support. So keep an eye out for us June 25th and 27th, and if you want to catch our stream, it will be 100% free and available to all of our fans. So, John, still thinking about it?
Route, repeat the route.
So John just can't pull the trigger. It's like I said, it's crunch time. Everybody's a little nervous about all the cash that's up for grabs. $4,700 up for first place in total with the Calcutta. So the trick is, if you take these two balls down here, the transition to the 8 from the 5. So if he pockets his 3 ball now, ideally he's going to want to get pretty darn straight to play the 5, I guess in that bottom right-hand corner pocket, and draw it straight back to play the 8 in that bottom left corner pocket. I think that's what he's looking at now. He wants to get onto the 5 ball. I don't think you... That's a pretty good shot. That's a pretty good shot. I think he's got an opportunity to draw it straight back here to get on this 8. Too far either direction offline of that 5 ball going into that bottom right-hand pocket. Could have been problems to set up for the 8. Seems pretty straight here. I think this is where he wants to be. Just didn't get the draw he needed. He still might be able to play it, but you got to flirt with that corner pocket. No more timeouts left, so he's on his own. He's got the 14 ball there, maybe to help if you catch the rail first, if you catch the long rail first. I don't know. Maybe it's a little too far away from the pocket. That's what he's got. Oh, just couldn't get enough on it. So, listen, I like the way he was thinking through that pattern. It might have took a little while, but he thought through it correctly. He was on the right lines. He just did not draw the ball back where he needed to be. But that out wasn't as easy as it might first appear. So Jeremy Matthias to take the hot seat match, move into the finals. And they do. But well done, John Lawler all day. They're going to off to the B side. My name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. We'll be right back.